Hey, awesome, you guys are back. This is going to be part two of the So You Think You Want to Race Hare Scrambles. If you didn't check out the first one, I'll leave a link in the description. I'm going to show you guys the setup that I went with, and then I kind of bettered that setup once I was at a few races and figured out what worked and what didn't work. Stay tuned, guys. So first things first is this is the A-Work schedule for 2024. They just released it today. So I want to start off with something that seems super simple, but a lot of people overlook is I always pack up the day before. I make a checklist. I made a copy of the checklist. I go over it every single race because you're going to be really angry if you show up to the race and you forget something as simple as gas or boots or gloves or goggles, which you need it all. So here's a picture of my trailer setup for the very first race. It's an old boat trailer. I converted. I used some I-beams, and then there's an old truck box that's between the two bikes that I can put some stuff in, and then the truck bed has a tonneau cover on, and that's where all the gear went that couldn't get wet. And then after a few races, I upgraded to this box trailer, which is now I've outgrown. It's a 5x8. It'll fit two bikes in there pretty nicely, and then we stick the camping chairs, we have a little propane grill, the bike stands, the boots, the gear, packs in all around the bike once the bike is in there. They do a really cool job of having this like Red Bull blow up thing that they'll put at jumps or obstacles or whatever, where you can take photos of where the photographers are. So this is a short clip I took. I was doing shorts or TikToks at the time, so I apologize for the rotation of the camera. This just shows how massive it is. You always want to show up early, preferably the night before in camp, but we show up about 7:30 in the morning to every race, register, and then you sit and wait. You can watch if you're there early enough, you can watch the minis race, or you can watch the youth race, which they always put on a really good show. During the youth race, you start fueling your bike up, checking everything, and then about 11:30, start putting your gear on, start heading to the start line. They go through the talk, the national anthem, all that fun stuff at 12:15, and then shortly thereafter, the first line leaves, and then it's consecutive from the first line, second, third, all the way to 10th, and so on. So let's talk preparation. Hydration. Hydration is a big key. My first race, I literally ate a hamburger and was drinking Mountain Dew Code Red before the race started. I made it about 10 minutes in before I felt like I was going to hurl all over the place. Thankfully, I didn't. Second, gear that fits you properly. There's nothing worse than a helmet that's too big, gloves that are too big, or pants that are too tight. You are bouncing around on a dirt bike for 2 hours. It's going to catch up with you. Same thing, boots too small, boots too big. Goggles are a must. I wear contacts. The smallest piece of dust or dirt you get in your eye, that may end your day or at least pull off. I mean, you lose a contact, something like that. It's not a great race. Cash. Take cash with you. It's cash to get in. It's like $10 for transponder. It's $20 gate fee, and I think it's $40 to race, something like that. Fresh gas. I always put my gas cans in and then get fresh gas on the way there. Photo here is what I was talking about gear fitting. So I'm 6'5". I believe I'm wearing a set of Thor gear there, and it's just too short for me. So you can see my knee pads shooting up. It like 10 minutes in the race that happens, and then you're getting mud, dirt, dust down in your boots. Your knee guards kind of don't fit right, and it's gonna happen. 10 races for the season, 2 hours apiece, you're going to go down. I'd protect yourself the best you can. Again, me being tall, my knees are pretty exposed. I wear knee guards. Depending on the weather, I might wear a chest protector. I wear a hydration pack. Another thing to think about with the hydration pack is where is it located and where is the mouthpiece at? In this photo, you can see it's down about halfway down my chest, which now I got to reach for, pick it up, put it in my mouth, drink. My hand could slip off the bar. I could wreck or crash into a tree. It's happened. The one other thing I would suggest is practicing ripping tear-offs off. It doesn't seem like a big deal, but if you're not ridiculously skilled like I was, again, you might rip the whole stack off, or you might struggle to get them off and to not feel comfortable letting go of the bars. You might pull off to rip one off. For me, I'd never worn tear-offs before, so I couldn't get my hand in the right place to rip them off, and my hands were covered in mud, so I couldn't feel them. Also, if you wear a GoPro, clean that sucker off. I didn't. I forget that I wear them. Another helpful piece of advice. This concludes my short list of stuff that I was thinking about on my ride home yesterday. I will continue to add to this of stuff that I think about. Hopefully you enjoy this. Hopefully some of this stuff is helpful to you. I will eventually have a part 3. I got some LEAC gear in. They sent me a care package with a bunch of stuff, so I will make a video with some of that stuff. Their helmet fits awesome. Their boots look really cool. So one more quick thing. Don't be afraid to ask some of the guys in the pits for help. Great community, family-oriented. Those guys will be willing to help you. Most of them would probably give you their shirt off their back and go ride with them on the weekends, stuff like that. So it is a good group of people. Don't be afraid. So thank you guys again. If I can help any of you guys, please like, share, comment, subscribe, any of that fun stuff. See you out there.